And barely going up on their lines. Ashley rarely ever goes up on her lines. Sometimes Kiki does, but Kiki always makes a joke out of it, and she's super funny. And when she's just kind of hanging out and she's off the cuff and just, just being a kid, it's just a lot of fun to work with them. They have so much energy, and Matt's hilarious. I learn a lot from those three, actually. They have a real freeness to them that I have to remind myself to have sometimes, because sometimes after years and years of working hard to get something, then you get it, all these other fears kind of come up in you, and these kids all kind of got it right out of the gate, so they're just like, hey, life is good, and sometimes I have to look at them and go, oh yeah, loosen up. But it's difficult because Amanda's so high-strung and uptight, I walk around all day sometimes it's nice to step out of those high heels. Ugh, if you guys saw the high heels I wore, well, you do when you watch the show, but good Lord in heaven. Okay, let's see. This is Anila. In one of the videos from Jeanette McCurdy on YouTube, she has a Valley Girl voice, imitation of Pinky. Oh my God. Yeah, I grew up in Simi Valley, whatever. That's just, I grew up it was like late 80s, early 90s, so yeah. Valley Girl was not something that we did, it was just who we were. Danielle, I just requested you on Facebook. Yay, be my friend. What was my first red carpet event? My first red carpet event was for Hallie Bob. A good friend, Hallie Bob is a designer. He designs dresses, and he was having a big birthday party summer bash 2 years ago. And you can see, if you go to my IMDb page, some of my very first red carpet, and you can tell it's my first red carpet because they are some of the most awkward pictures I did. It's like, it's my first red carpet. Make sure you smile. Don't have a double chin. Make sure that you're sucking in. It was just, yeah. I'm getting a lot better at red carpet things, but yeah, it was for Hallie Bob. Let's see. Danielle, my Twitter is thank you, Nick. I will make sure that I follow you. Who directs my music videos? Sally asked me who directs my music videos. The music video for Deliver Me. Well, let me give you the background on Deliver Me. I booked a friend of mine, Daryl Kinson, is a filmmaker, and I met him through Dan Winiger, who's a composer that writes music with me. And he approached me about playing a role in his movie, The Caretaker. And as you all know, it's a short film. I don't know if any of you have seen it, or you've maybe just seen the trailer. On the car ride down to the desert, I was writing a song from the perspective of my character. And this is actually something that I love to do. One of my ultimate dreams is to be making movies and then writing tailor-made songs from the perspective of my character or characters in the movie. So I was in the car writing the song from the perspective of, what was my character's name in that? Jessica. And that's how the song Deliver Me got written. So that video was mainly just clips of the movie and then me out in the desert playing my guitar, and Daryl, the filmmaker, edited that video. The video for If I Should Fall was mainly just for the fans. We wanted to do something in the studio where you could kind of see me at the piano, kind of writing, and see me on with the guitar and, inside the vocal booth singing the song. So that was directed by Rob Christie, who helped to produce that track. And then Shadow of My Heart, which is exactly what I was talking about. I wasn't in that movie, which I wish I was because I love Westerns, but I was asked in January to replace a song that they couldn't clear the publishing for in less than 48 hours. So me and my songwriting partner and producer, Rob Christie, got together and wrote that song in we wrote it, produced it, and recorded it in like a day and a couple hours. And the music video was shot at Paramount Ranch by the director of the movie and the writer, he was also the writer of the movie, Dean Aliotto. So Dean Aliotto, who's not Japanese or Asian, he's actually Italian, but I just made him sound Asian. Dean Aliotto directed that. So I hope that answers your question, Sally. It'd be amazing to follow me. Yes, I will follow everyone on Twitter. Oop. Happy early birthday. Thank you. The smiley and the mustache. I just started learning how to play the piano January 1st. Stephanie has just... And I have my first performance coming up. I do play piano. It's actually in the background. Let me see if you guys can see it. Wait. No. Nope. Oh, wait. There it is. There's my piano. See? I love my piano. I'm on that thing all the time, writing. Although one of my neighbors said, "Can you please stop playing after 10 p.m.?" It made me sad. Because I get very creative late at night, but I love my piano. Were you nervous during your first performance? Yes. I still get nervous. Are you kidding me? You just turned 17. Yeah, it's just practice makes perfect, and you're never perfect, so you just keep playing and playing and playing, and keep playing at your piano and keep singing it until it becomes like second nature, so that you don't even have to look at your hands. You can just really feel and embody the song. That would be my advice to you, Stephanie. Just keep practicing, to where you can really allow the song to come from a deep place within. In the same vein, what's it like working with Greg Proops? He's hilarious. Hanging out with Greg is like having a history lesson and a history lesson and a lesson in vocabulary. His brain works a mile a minute. He knows everything that ever happened to anyone during any time period in our history of mankind. And he knows words from the dictionary that Webster would be like, really? I didn't even know that was in here. I mean, he is super smart and super funny. And as playing Max and Amanda is so fun because, we get to, we're the adults in the show. So although Greg has a little more fun than I do, I have to say, because Max is very childlike, and he gets to goof around and play with the kids, and Amanda really kind of keeps the anchor down for that's not right, and adults don't behave that way, and this is a workplace, not a playground, So, but one of my very favorite moments was when Max and I got to do our crazy little dance, and that was in the Firing Lulu episode? No, it was Dakota North, I think. And they're having a dance party, and we go and we discover them behind the curtain. We go, oh, and I say, oh, that's just ridiculous. And then before you know it, Max and I start doing our little crazy dance, and that probably was the most fun I've had on the show, just because it was ridiculous. And I think Sally and Bianca, they both did a. If you go on YouTube and you put in my name, there's like a silly little dance-off that Sally did, and then Bianca did one where we're doing our little dance. Anyway, funny stuff. Please tell me when you get your gift. Oh, yes, Bianca, I'll let you know. I'll make sure that I Facebook you. Also, how did you start my music career? How did I start my music career? I studied musical theater in college. I'm going to turn my fan on. I hope you guys can still hear because it's getting really hot with all these lights on. I studied musical theater in college. If you guys are having a hard time hearing me, will someone let me know? Or if you can hear me okay, let me know too. And that was where I studied piano theory. Actually, take that back. I started playing piano at 4. I have an ear on me where I can hear. I have a really good ear where I can hear something and go on the piano and figure it out. I'm by no means a prodigy, but I do have a gift for hearing music and being able to figure it out. And so my mom got me in piano lessons at a young age, and then, like every stubborn kid, I wasn't really stubborn. I didn't really like my teacher. My teacher was very competitive, and it took the joy out of songwriting. Or just playing the piano. So I wanted to quit. And then, as the older I got, I joined choir, and I started singing, and then I started playing piano again. And then it wasn't really until college when I studied musical theater, and I liked musical theater, but I felt like my voice wasn't really musical theater material. Like, I wasn't feeling like anytime soon I was going to be running out to New York to try to be in Les Miserables, even though I would love to play Fantine in Les Miserables. That's one of my goals one day. I felt, growing up listening to Carole King and Joni Mitchell and the Beatles and, James Taylor and Crosby, Stills and all this really great music and Billie Holiday and all the jazz, and I was inspired to songwrite. And so I think that if you read in my bio, when I was in math class, because I'm horrible at math, I would be writing songs, and I'd be writing, lyrics and poems and things like that. And just little by little, I'd start putting songs together. My actual music career hasn't really started. I haven't really done an album. I haven't signed with a major record label.